Welcome back to Save My Planet. When it comes to living green, we have so much to learn from other cultures. Take the indigenous Bribri people of Costa Rica. They've been practicing sustainable living for centuries, and they've even figured out a way to share this tradition with the rest of the world. I'm here with Cecilia Mora. She is the Director of Sustainable Tourism for Horizontes Nature Tours. And we're here in Kekoldi Nature Reserve with the Bribri indigenous people.
The Bribris are a very important indigenous group from Costa Rica. They mostly live in the Caribbean side of our country. There are around 25,000 in this area. Their main activities are related to agricultural activities, also to the handcraft production. They represent the real Costa Rican people.
So how did Horizontes get involved in Kekoldi and this project?
This project is being developed by a social responsibility group, and Horizontes is working in how to open new markets in the tourism market. It's not easy to make a mix between how to preserve the culture and how to get money. So in this project, we're trying to train the people on how to sell it in different ways, what they produce, and how they can survive with this business, but also without losing the cultural meaning. They mostly work with fruit called jicara, and they make different objects for their use and also as an object for decoration.
So here I am with my Bribri friends right outside their home. They're actually planting these gourds to make their art with. What's so amazing is that you think about, the materials that they need to make their crafts. They're growing right outside their home. It's perfect. What an easy commute. Traditionally, they didn't have water bottles, so the way that they would move water around on, long hikes and trips, they would use these gourds as water holders. They would just make a hole right up here on the top, clean it out with a stick, and then dry it out. They find uses for everything. And what's incredible is all this waste that, this inside the seeds and the guts of the gourd, then they're fed to the pigs and the chickens. Nothing goes to waste.
The Bribris are very responsible with nature. They just took the things that the nature don't need.
So here we are collecting another plant that just grows abundantly near their homes. In Bribri, they call it senco, or Panama hat palm. ¿Cómo lo cosechas? ¿Cómo lo haces?
Sí, uno corta, después si no corta 2 o 3, y saca lo que son estos. Todo lo que son estos verdes.
Basically what they're doing is you see how these leaves kind of fan out. What they're using is where the new leaf is just coming out. So what they do is they take this yellow part of the leaf and they actually boil them. After they boil them, they put them in the sun to dry. Then they make these awesome things that we're gonna go check out next. So those Panama hat palm leaves that we saw actually turn into baskets like this. There's something they've been making for thousands of years. It's only recently that they're actually now selling them to tourists. ¿Y estos diseños, tú inventas o tienes como un libro? ¿Cómo lo?
Libros.
So she just has these images and then she's able to draw these beautiful designs. What Cecilia does is she really makes sure that the communities are benefiting from the art that they're making, and it's a really important job.
Yes, it's very important because, as you know, there are some people that are, sometimes they lie to the communities and they took their products.
And then sell it for a lot more and just a little bit of money in the community. So Cecilia really makes sure that the money that comes in for the handicrafts actually stays in the community and makes it not only the community, but to actually the women that make it. But you're also trying to find a larger market for them to sell their crafts, so that's really important.
Yes, that is very important, and the people is very open. They are really interested in knowing what is behind the product, the story behind the product, the treasure that means that the handcraft is not just a jicara.
Right.
The jicara means
it's a treasure. I agree. Yeah, it really is. A very, very common tree around here in Spanish is called guarumo, and they take the trunk and dry it, and look how she just rolls it on her knee to make the thread. Yeah, it's natural for them. Her grandma taught her mom, and her mom. We can't lose this, she said. We can't lose this. It's so great that they could take this incredible culture that they have and now have a second income into their families. This is a very unique form of art, and it's really important that this continues, and mother to daughter to granddaughter, this knowledge is being passed from generation to generation and really preserving an important part of the Bribri culture. Up next, we'll see how the Bribri come up with a way to replenish one of their favorite food sources, the iguana.